It's taken them 110 years, but Rotherham United have finally arrived at Wembley. For many of the team and the hordes of fans who followed them here, it's their first visit to Wembley. Only one of the squad has ever played here before. Nigel Gemmill, scorer of the winning goal in the 1990 League Cup final for Nottingham Forest, and scorer of both goals in the 2-0 win at Carlisle in the second leg of the Northern final. A result that gave the Millers a 4-0 aggregate victory and their place at Wembley. So a great day for the players and the fans. And a familiar walk for Rotherham's joint managers Archie Gemmill and John McGovern, key figures in Nottingham Forest's domination of the League Cup here in the late 70s and early 80s. Guest of honour today, another with fond memories of Wembley, Geoff Hurst, scorer of a hat-trick in the 1966 Cup final. Before the kick-off, let's hear the views of John McGovern.
It was quite a while ago since I was here. It was just nice to get back.
What do you be able to tell the lads about the experience?
Well, we've just had a very, very low-key weekend. We've relaxed, obviously did a little bit of training, and we've just let them find out for themselves, having arrived today. It's something brand new for every one of them, apart from Nigel Gemmill, who's the only one to have played here before. And I think there's actually only one or two of them that have been to the stadium before. But we just left it to them, you know, and as I said to you, it's more of a relaxed weekend, because there's nothing vital really at stake apart from a bit of pride.
Upwards of 20,000 have made the journey south from Rotherham. That's around a tenth of the town's population. An atmosphere of high excitement and anticipation as we cross to our commentary team, Ian St John, and first, John Helm.
It's a fantastic day for two clubs who haven't exactly filled their trophy cabinets over the past century, but they've more than half filled Wembley. In fact, there are more here than there were for England versus Bulgaria recently. By one of those strange quirks of football, Rotherham's hitherto most famous day came in 1961 when they played in the first ever Football League Cup final after they'd beaten Shrewsbury Town in the semi-finals. And by another coincidence, both of today's teams have only one player who's ever played at Wembley before. Nigel Gemmill's day ended in glory with that match winner for Nottingham Forest against Oldham Athletic in the 1990 League Cup final. Today he goes hunting for goals again alongside Sean Gota, the first Bermuda to play at the Twin Towers. The most routine poser was in midfield, and Gemmill and McGovern have plumped for Andy Roscoe to the disappointment of Andy Hayward. Even the referees wear different strips these days. Rotherham are in their traditional red and Shrewsbury have had a kit specially made to commemorate the occasion, and the players will keep it afterwards. And here might be Gota straight away for Rotherham. Well, it nearly was an opportunity for Gemmill. Has knocked the ball through for Goodwin. His shot's a curler, and it curls the wrong side of the upright.
Well, what a shaky start that was for Shrewsbury Town, wasn't it? You know, it was a bad-headed pass back in the first place that allowed Gota a bit of a snap.
Interesting that Shrewsbury have started with Barkley on the right-hand side. He prefers playing down the left. In fact, he played down the right in the fight against Rotherham in the league game recently. He had a miserable time and switched to the normal flank in the second half. Now Gota's managed to turn his defender, and away goes Sean Gota. And KK gets a touch to the ball, and Edwards will come across to complete a clearance. He does well to keep possession there. No free kick. And Stevens of Shrewsbury in possession. That will be a free kick. First conceded it. Barkley. Shrewsbury now get the chance to get a feel of the ball. This is their centre-back, Whiston. Garner was tackled from behind illegally by Ian Stevens. So Neil Richardson will take this free kick for Rotherham. They've made a bright enough start, and they'll have Gemmill up there. They'll have Gota in here, and it was a good block by Whiston. Otherwise, Gota could well have scored. He's had two chances in the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, that's right. He's looking very dangerous, isn't he, Gota? And As you say, the number 5 Whiston there just managed to get the block on as Gota turned on that one. Tried to just cut it across the goalkeeper and Whiston with the tackle.
Corner taken. Goodwin whips the cross in. Here's Jemson and he'll turn just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Another chance for Gota maybe. No, it's flicked away. It's some very shaky moments for Shrewsbury in defence already.
Well, they are looking a bit shaky, and this is a good start, bright start by Rotherham.
It's only just over a week ago that they met in the league at Millmore. It was a 2-2 draw and a bright game that day. Hurst has made tremendous inroads here. Chris With, former Bradford City and Mansfield Town fullback. On to Mark Taylor, once of Sheffield Wednesday. It's neatly done. Good piece of play coming out of defence there. He's slightly unfortunate, Ian Breckin. He'd broken up the attack, but the pass went astray. That's a lovely searching ball to pick out Stevens. Only Spink in the middle for the moment. Stevens eludes the first marker and the second, and then skies the shot. Ian Stevens, who's on for a record today, he's got 7 goals in this competition already so far. The record is 8, held by Kevin Francis, then of Stockport County. Kay again, vastly experienced defender. And Barkley. Robinson into Taylor, and they've got plenty of bodies forward this time, Shrewsbury. Wide is Barkley, and holds it up well, delivers a decent looking cross too, but well claimed, Matthew Clark. Good keeper this lad, and Sheffield Wednesday and Everton have taken note of his progress. Whiston's header picked up by Trevor Berry, one of the most recent signings from Aston Villa. Blades, who also came from a Midlands club at Wolves. Kay suffered a horrendous broken leg injury a couple of seasons ago, so he's done well to come back to fitness. Here's Gota, looking to do well in the area. Now Jemson. The shot's got no sting in it.
Well, he knows all about scoring goals, Jemson, here at Wembley, but he didn't get a hold of that one, John. Bit of a half-hearted attempt.
Gemmill in the centre of your picture, only played in one of those League Cup finals for Nottingham Forest. Ian Bailey on this side of him, physiotherapist. Still some anxiety on the bench in these early minutes. Most of the anxiety, there's an appeal for a handball there. Mr. Allison said it struck the chest. I think that's fair. It would have been a bit harsh. That was the bounce of the ball as much as anything.
Yeah, it was an awkward bounce. There was 2 players, Taylor being one of them, close to the ball there, and it seemed to sort of run up his body. But the referee was standing, what, a yard or 2 away.
So good intervention there. Up it goes towards Jemson, looking for the layoff to Gota. Jemson and Gota look as though they've got a bit of an understanding.
Yeah, I mean they've started reasonably bright, haven't they?
Goodwin knocks it in for Gota. An important challenge by Walton, the former Sheffield United player, who was transferred in Dave Bassett's day to Shrewsbury for a modest sum. Here's Gota, good work from him, nips it back, Jemson, goal! 1-0 Rotherham, and it's that man again, Nigel Jemson. How he loves Wembley. Jemson, the man whose goals brought them here, strikes the blow, but didn't go to do well.
Well, we were saying, John, about the partnership working quite well in the early stages, and that was exactly it. You know, Gota did lovely, didn't he? Look at that. flicked it away with his right foot, outside of his right foot, and Jemson smash into the roof of the net.
It's a great finish, and it's a great boost this for Rotherham United. Lovely play from Sean Gota, excellent finish to go with it. Nigel Jemson.
Well, I'll tell you, John, that's exactly what the game needed, because it was a little bit of stalemate up to this particular point. It was just becoming a game of chess, as it were. Now the goals happen, they've got to get out and play there. You know, Shrewsbury have got to come forward, and that will make the game. It may even make Archie smile there.
As I said, do you think Archie knows? He wasn't letting on, was he, there? It's interesting, before the game, the attitude seemed to be for Rotherham, for them to go out and enjoy it, whereas the Shrewsbury manager, Fred Davies, kept stressing to me how much he wanted to win here today, which is why he's made the changes and brought in those 2 on-loan players. And yet at the moment it's Rotherham right on song. Here comes Hurst for them. Plenty of dash about him. Trying to work position here for Roscoe, and he'll thump one across, and it's knocked back in. Oh, and Gota, well, he was a touch away from a second goal for Rotherham. I think it just went behind him. Roscoe in for Gota. Roscoe, I thought he was going to put Goodwin enough, and he want that to be replayed.
Well, he's got to replace his divot there. I mean, that was just a total miss kick there. He was trying to hit it in first time and just made a real hash of it.
He's a bit of a handful, Sean Gota.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's had a great first half so far. He's certainly been a handful for the centre backs.
Actually came here as a schoolboy when Bermuda schoolboys sent a team across here, and he came to Wembley to have a look around the place. And he was spotted by Manchester United playing in Bermuda. And here's a chance for Jemson again, and it comes through in the end to Roscoe, who loops it back over there. And Jemson again, missed by a whisker. Well, it could have gone anywhere, and it just went the wrong side of the upright for Nigel Jemson.
Well, again, it was Roscoe's lovely ball. Played first time, it was a lovely one there. Gota gets up there behind him, it hits him actually, and Jemson with the volley, oh, inches wide.
It's incredible, because the first game Rotherham played in this competition this year, there were 750 there for the match against Chester. It shows it's all about getting to Wembley. Now Roscoe, with that favoured left foot. Now Goodwin with his favoured right foot. Roscoe again, Goodwin again, lovely running from Goodwin. He's just got to elude Whiston, who made a timely tackle.
Stuck a big right leg out there, it was a timely tackle. But great play again up this left-hand side. That's been the major attacking point of Rotherham's play in the first half.
Whiston's made a couple of timely interventions. They'll be glad he's got over his groin strain. And Rotherham will be very pleased, because at half-time they lead here thanks to Nigel Jemson, who's done it again. Gota laid him into the situation to score. Nigel Jemson obliged, and at half-time it's the Rotherham fans who are the happiest. They deserve their lead. It's Rotherham 1, Shrewsbury 0.
Valley for that.
Yeah, I thought we opened up very well, and I thought we got the early goal. That's what we needed, and we settled down well. But I think Shrewsbury's come back into the game, and towards the end there, they were pushing us back.
What do you think Archie and John will have been saying at half-time?
Well, just encourage them. They've done very well the first half. They'll tell them to just keep playing the way they are doing. Don't see any real problems.
And the second half starts with a substitution made by Shrewsbury. I can't say I'm surprised about that. Steve Anthrobus is on. He's got 10 goals for them this season, most of them in recent weeks, and he replaces Dean Spink for the second half. Breckin was the one who just did enough there for Rotherham. Jemson, well played. Gota, Lingana. Berry one-on-one against With here, and he could have taken his time. He's won the corner.
I think he could have taken his full back on there. You're quite right, John.
Well, that's the scene. It's a crowded penalty box. For a rare Rotherham corner, they've not won as many as Shrewsbury. Jemson, one of those in there. Roscoe will take it with the left foot, so we assume it's going to come curling in towards Edwards in the Shrewsbury goal. And here it is. And he's Made a good catch there. He's got a good pair of hands, this fella.
Yes, he certainly has.
Good tackle. There were two good tackles from Rotherham defenders there. And then Goodwin. Down on Roscoe. Jemson back for Roscoe. On he goes. And a vital contribution there from Whiston in the Shrewsbury defence. Some pace about the game at the moment. It goes Berry for Rotherham. Angles it forward for Gota. So many blue shirts back there, but Berry sliced it. It's the first time you feel that Shrewsbury have exerted any real pressure on Rotherham. And here goes Gota. Here goes Berry for them now. Just nicked it on a fancier touch too far. But the game is much better than it was.
The game is really livened up because Shrewsbury have done more in the opening minutes of this second half than they did in the 45 of the first, John. They've been very positive now, and I think it'll make for a very good second half.
There's Paul Blades, not seen much of him in attacking guys today, but he's angled the ball across here towards Jemson. He wasn't quite sure about the whereabouts of the ball then.
Jemson did well there again, you know, he cut across the number 10 Walton, got his head to it.
You're like me saying, you do wish that they wouldn't play defenders in number 10 shirts. Doesn't seem right somehow, does it? Oh, it might be something for Jemson again here. Oh, it must be a goal. 2 for Jemson, 2 for Rotherham. Disaster for Shrewsbury. Well, they can't believe that they've been gifted such a soft goal as Edwards picks the ball out of the net. We'll look forward to this replay and we'll see just how simple it was for Nigel Jemson.
Well, it was a real feeble headbutt, wasn't it, in the first place? And then the big goalkeeper came, had a real wild slice at it, and Jemson couldn't believe his luck. There was a ball, there was a goal. Thank you very much. There's a miss kick with the goalkeeper. It hit Jemson in the chest, and you won't score a simpler goal at Wembley than that one.
What a gift. Walton was the culprit. Edwards less to blame, I think, and there's an irony there because those were the two who were caught out against Liverpool in the Cup earlier this season. Jemson said, thanks a lot for that. I'll take another Wembley goal, thank you. Over Rotherham over the years, Shrewsbury. They've not beaten Shrewsbury in the last 7 matches. They've won 2 out of 18, and yet on the big occasion, it's Rotherham who are 2 goals clear.
And deservedly so, John, at this particular point.
And Jemson's on his way again. He's going for a hat-trick. With takes it away from the danger zone. Oh, and that's broken down again and released Gota in here. He'll pull it back for Jemson. Sliced away this time by Walton. They're on the rack at the moment. Shrewsbury.
Well, Shrewsbury are making so many elemental mistakes. I mean, that's very, very slack defensive play, and they deserve really to get punished for it.
Shrewsbury did the double over Rotherham last season. 1-0 at Millmore was the score. They beat them 3-1 at Game Meadow this season, and they drew 2-2 at Millmore only a few days ago. But here comes Shrewsbury now with Stevens. Great chance. Must surely be a goal for Taylor. Shrewsbury are back in it. Mark Taylor, the captain. Nobody deserves it more, and now they've something to look forward to. Beautifully created by Stevens, crisply finished by Taylor. It's 2-1.
Well, I'm delighted they managed to get a goal here. Lovely skill here by Stevens, wasn't it? I mean, he took the ball right up to the goal, cut it back. You know, and Taylor said, thank you, I'll knock that one in. Good control, took it round the last defender, despairing dive, and Taylor tucked it away.
We have a...
Well, Big Anthropos has certainly done his part since he came on the second half. He's really rumbled people up, and he's having a good one.
And credit Fred Davis with the substitutions he's made. It's rekindled Shrewsbury's hopes. And Taylor, the man who's got the goal, will now take a corner. Whiston's gone up there for it. Walton's gone up. That was Whiston. Just missed him somehow.
I was saying before, John, that you know, if Shrewsbury could get a goal and make it 2-1, the pressure then goes back on to Rotherham, because they're then going to try and hang on to a 2-1 lead. And you can see that already. You can see it. It's very visible.
Hurst sliding it down the line for Jemson. Even he'll be wondering now if his 2 goals are going to win the day or not. This is Gota. Oh, he's turned superbly around Whiston, who did well. Whiston stuck at the job. Hurst. Whiston again gets up ahead of Gota. And every time the blue shirts move forward, there's a roar now from their expectant followers. Here's Stevens, who conjured up the goal. Taylor, who scored it. It was a rather desperate ball. He was lunging at it, but it's found Stevens here. And this time a solid tackle on him. Well played by Richardson. But Stevens, I think he's a good player. He looks dangerous when he's running at the opposition. It's another Shrewsbury corner.
Timely intervention by Blades there, wasn't it? Lynch coming in at the back post.
And Stevens did well again.
Yes, he did.
He's the one who is really carrying the fight to Rotherham. Ian Stevens. Taylor's corner. Went for Lynch for the flick on, but it was met instead by Garner. With the first time cross. Flick through here, and they've got bodies around again. Cleared by Breckin. Heart-stopping moments for the Rotherham fans, that's for sure.
Antrim was causing trouble again there, got the header, knocked it down. Now these Rotherham fans must be biting their nails now.
Well, they're all smiling, aren't they? They're enjoying the day, and that's what's so great about it. Close on 40,000, I would think, here at Wembley. And they've had a terrific afternoon's entertainment. Here comes Shrewsbury again, and it's knocked in there for Clark to make one of the few catches I can remember him having to make today.
That's correct, but he needed it.
Headed firmly away again, but only as far as Taylor. The pressure mounts, but should be relieved now by Garner, who'll clip it over the top here for Berry, and he'll dash towards that Shrewsbury goal. And then yes, I thought he might just try and hold it up. Goodwin have all the time in the world to just play it around now. That's what they need to do. Possession very much the name of the game for Rotherham. Jemson hoisted up here towards Goodwin, just too far for him. And Goodwin scuttling back along with the rest. It's a good backheader from Roscoe.
It's a case of can Rotherham stay cool and calm in the minute or so that's left, and they just calm it down here and try and keep a hold of this ball.
They are roaring them on. Mr. Look at the watch again. Play on, he says. Rotherham 2, Shrewsbury 1. Gota, that was a foul. Rotherham are so close to their first major honour, really. The third division club in 1946, not quite the same. But they still have to defend. Shrewsbury throwing everything at it. There were so many bodies in there, but it was one in a red shirt that brought the ball to safety. Jemson, Berry streaking ahead of him. Jemson's been around long enough to know to slow it down. On he goes, he could get a hat-trick here, Nigel Jemson! Fabulous save from Edwards. I think Gota fancied his chances as well, but Edwards retained his concentration to deny Jemson a hat-trick.
Well, Jem, a wonderful skill here, took it past the tired defender, left foot, tried to bend it around the goal, but Paul Edwards, fantastic save really, wonderful save.
But at the moment it looks like Jemson's day. And a gem of a signing he has proved. Rotherham United win the Winston Shield. It's their first major triumph in over a century. And Nigel Jemson, the man who plundered the League Cup for Nottingham Forest 6 years ago, returns to Wembley and is the lucky mascot again. Disappointment for Shrewsbury fans. I think on the balance, side 1-1, Rotherham take it 2-1 despite Mark Taylor's second half strike, which put a bit of pressure on Rotherham. So it's Rotherham's day at Wembley. We'll see them receive the shield in just a moment, and we'll hear from their heroes after this break. Well, Rotherham United become the first Yorkshire club ever to win this competition, following the likes of Birmingham City last year and other big names like Stoke City and Wolverhampton Wanderers in the past. But those Rotherham supporters are going to savour the moment and enjoy the journey home tonight. Well, it's always a disconsolate moment for a losing side, and there the Shrewsbury players receiving their medals from Jeff Hurst. Paul Edwards there, the goalkeeper, made that thrilling stop in the last minute to deny Nigel Gemmill a hat-trick. And it does make you wonder, Saint, if Anthrobus there had been on from the start, whether the result might have been different.
Well, I thought actually when I saw the team that maybe Fred, had made a mistake in that one, because Anthrobus is a real handful, and there was no punch really in the first half, and it only happened for Shrewsbury in the second half, and Anthrobus really was at the heart of it.
What a proud moment for Matthew Clark, born in South Yorkshire, the captain of Rotherham United, and he makes the walk up the stairs and along the royal box, and Matthew Clark will receive from Jeff Hurst the auto windscreen shield won by Rotherham United. It's taken over 100 years in doing, but they have a trophy to cheer. Nigel Gemmill there was the two-goal hero, just as he was in the area final. Joyous moments indeed. The next job is to make sure of staying in the division.
Oh, I think there's no problem with that. I think for both these sides, I think they'll still be in the division in the coming year.
Given good entertainment, Saint, today.
Oh yes, they have, and it's a great occasion for the smaller clubs and the fans. As you say, 100 years, and they're here. It's just terrific. Wonderful occasion for everyone involved.
Know it. Sean Goodwin there as well has been such a part of Rotherham over this decade.
Well, he's not Manchester United, Liverpool fans, eh?
Quite right too. And I hope those youngsters continue to support their team, Rotherham, in the years to come. And I hope they come here again. Disappointment for the substitutes there, lads like McGovern, for example.
Yeah, the lad never got on. It's a big occasion. Everybody wants to tread the turf, don't they? They want to get out there and have a kick around at Wembley, and it's a disappointment when they don't get on.
They were celebrating back in Bermuda anyway. McGovern and Haywood, the subs who never got on for Rotherham United. Jim was on there and he did the business again. John McGovern, he's used to winning here. So is Archie Gemmill.
Archie almost smiled there, did you see that?
Happy scenes indeed. And it's a go down in the annals of the club. And a great day for the chairman as well, Ken Booth, who's with the club for 60 years, he's 70s now. And it's a marvel because you do take the knocks as a chairman. Only last season when they lost at home 4-0 to Shrewsbury, the Rotherham were calling for Ken, and he was at Wembley, so back at the moment of his chairmanship.
Yeah, we forget about chairman at times, but yeah, certainly, John, you're right enough there.
That's the one. Matthew Clark shows the shield to the adoring fan. We've not always had a lot to cheer at Millmore. There's Neil Richardson, who came down from the north-east and has been an integral part of the Rotherham over the last few years. It was a sad day for the losers. Paul Walton, who made the mistake, Jemson in for second. what must he feel?
Thank you. What a day.
What a day indeed. I mean, it's every team could play at Wembley and to go out of the cup. I know it'd be a special day if we could do it. The lads have played brilliant today, and we've got the result. I don't know, I can't speak, speechless.
Surprised really that it was so easy until the last 10 minutes. You were a spectator.
Yeah. Well, I've just I think I made about 4 or 5 world-class saves out there. Now I've had nothing to do. Lads have kept me well protected today. At the end of the day, everybody's played well. Commiserations to them. At the end of the day, they've come there and put pressure on us, scored on. Last 10 minutes were a bit nail-biting, but we managed to pull the victory off.
What does this mean for a club like Rotherham?
Well, as you can see, all the people at Rotherham United, the town, were buzzing before, and to obviously win, come down here, it's excellent. The next few days are just going to be a bit touch me and make sure I'm still there.
Nigel, you obviously like this place.
Yeah, it seems to be looking ground. That's a third goal got now in 2 visits, so well happy.
Just talk us through those.
The first one, all I can remember really is Sean God's doing fantastically, and good vision just to see me pulled up and laid into me and managed to side foot it to the back of the net. The second goal, obviously a bit of luck to it, just challenged the keeper. I think he miskicked it, bounced off me, and I was just there to roll into the back of the net.
Are you surprised about the way they played? They freeze on the... You didn't?
Yeah, I think a few of those are freeze. I mean, we've got a young team, but managed to get through the game without freezing, and the lads are absolutely fantastic. It's not about individuals today, it's about the whole team, or the whole squad in fact.
You know, we actually do try and play in football, contrary to a lot of the experts' views from the higher echelons. But no, we've gone out today, we've played well, we've won 2-1, and I think maybe at the end of the day we might have been worth another goal. But having said that, you know, it's a day for Rotherham United, and for us to get here, as I said to you, and bring 18,000 people from Rotherham, I mean, that's something of a minor miracle for a club like ours, that struggled to get gates of 3,000, that has got no real sort of ambitions, that percentage of people through the turnstiles, and it's just a one-off day where we've really enjoyed it, we've won, and we deserved it.
Originally you were with Manchester United when you came over here. When you left them, did you think chance of getting Wembley perhaps gone forever?
I don't think you think of that. But at the time that I left Man United, I was still learning, and I still am learning. But you don't have Man U to it. There's another United we know now.
So Rotherham United's ever trip to Wembley ended in victory on an emotional day that lifted the windscreen shielding down to the celebrations will go on into the night. A great day for the Toll hero Nigel Gemmill, and a great day for Rotherham United. Good night.
Yes. Good evening. Chelsea are in the second cup final.